Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss Chainlink, how it's currently performing and how it will be performing during the upcoming hours and days. But before doing so, I would highly appreciate if you could follow me on Twitter at ToroCrypto. You will be supporting the channel by doing so, and it will be highly appreciated. So thank you very much already, and I would like to get started on Chainlink. I already opened up the 4-hourly time frame on Chainlink, and what you can clearly see is that we were creating this rising wedge. What I think is absolutely important is that this is a confirmed pattern due to the fact that we have seen 3 touch points underneath this ascending resistance, but we have seen as well 3 touch points on top of this ascending support. Therefore, this is a confirmed rising wedge, and I would like to show you what the price target is going to be, because we have seen clearly a breakout taking place. So this is the price target. I already measured it for us from the beginning of this ascending support all the way towards the first touch point of the ascending resistance. If I head towards the breakout, you can clearly see that we will be breaking out above the $36 range if we continue with this pace, and that would be absolutely incredible. And the reason why, I would like to discuss that just in a couple of seconds. As well, I would like to show you that this is a potential breakout of approximately 9.6%, or well, 9% is what the measurement is telling me. I thought it was a little bit more, but still a 9% increase is absolutely a major increase. And I would like to head a little bit further towards the 1 Fibonacci area, as well the $36 range, and why this range is actually absolutely important to break out above. If we head a little bit further towards the past, you can clearly see that we saw a touch point getting created at this point in time. Very important that we got rejected underneath as well. If we head even further towards the past, you can see that we were clearly finding support on top, and as well at this point in time finding support on top of it, at this point in time finding support on top and resistance underneath, as well finding support on top and resistance underneath even further in the past, and as well lastly finding support on top of it. Therefore, we have multiple touch points on top of this level of support and resistance. And I personally think that if we are able to break out above the $36 level, we will especially see during the upcoming weeks even more momentum towards the upside, perhaps heading once more towards the $53 range where Chainlink has been before. And I think personally that that is for sure something that will occur during the upcoming weeks. But right now we have to focus on what we could perhaps expect right now on this chart. So if we head towards the 4-hourly and enable the EMA Ribbon, what you can clearly see is that the EMA Ribbon is below us. What I think is actually quite important is that if we see further decline towards a retest of previous resistance, it is very likely that we will find support on top of it due to the fact that this was a confirmed level of resistance and it could be a new level of support. And as well, what I think is absolutely important is that if we see a retest, a major continuation of this pattern is absolutely likely to occur. And what I personally think as well is very good to know is that the EMA Ribbon is still below us. So if we are heading towards a retest, I personally think that the EMA Ribbon will at that point in time align with the ascending resistance or previous ascending resistance and create a double level of support, being absolutely very difficult to break down below, and a further continuation very likely to occur. This being said, I would like to head towards the MACD to take a look at what we are seeing over here. You are seeing that we are losing a little bit of momentum on the MACD. I'm personally not doubtful that we are going to continue with this pace towards the upside. Right now, a crossover on the MACD on the 1-hourly time frame has already taken place. I think this is absolutely good for the overall trend, because if we see just a minor downward momentum as we saw previously, it could mean that we are going to accumulate for a while on top of this range and see an increase afterwards, breaking out above the $36 level, the level that we would like to find a stronghold on top, as I discussed previously, due to the fact that we have seen multiple touch points at that point in time, and it would be a quite good level to see a further continuation of a trend towards the upside. This being said, what I would like to take a look at as well is that if we see a further downward momentum, what I think would be for sure a stronghold for the immediate short term at approximately $34.48. Why I think so is because we saw a minor accumulation taking place at this point in time, and I think it is very likely that we are going to head towards a retest, find a support on top, and head even further towards the upside afterwards. Why I think this is also very likely that we're going to find support on top of this range is because we saw clearly that the EMA Ribbon is actually aligning at this point in time on the 1-hourly time frame, and I think that is for sure very helpful to find support on top of this range, head further towards the upside, and see a breakout above the $36 range as I discussed previously. What I would like to take a look at as well is the RSI on the 1 hourly time frame. If we head towards the RSI, you can clearly see immediately something that I'm seeing right away is this bearish divergence. We are seeing a higher low getting created on the chart, a lower low getting created on the RSI, and therefore this is a confirmed bearish divergence. What this is actually telling me is that it's very likely that we are going to head towards that retest at $34.48, perhaps finding a stronghold on top and seeing major momentum towards the upside afterwards. But as well, if we see more momentum towards the downside, it is likely that we're going to head towards the retest of the previous ascending resistance and finding support on top of it, and afterwards seeing a major increase. This is absolutely likely to occur at approximately the range on $33.86. Well, for sure, these are the two possibilities. I would personally prefer to find a stronghold on top of the $34.48 level and see continuation afterwards. But of course, that $33.86 level is the major stronghold underneath us, and therefore it is likely that we're going to head towards a retest of our previous resistance, find support on top of it, and see a major increase afterwards. Lastly, I would like to discuss the RSI on the 4 hourly time frame. On the 4 hourly time frame, what I would like to take a look at is what we are seeing on the RSI. Clearly, we are breaking out above the dotted line on the upper part. This is actually showing us that we might perhaps see a decline in price action, but personally, I don't think this will actually occur due to the fact that we have been creating higher highs on the RSI. We are not seeing a bearish divergence on the 4 hourly time frame. We are seeing higher highs getting created as well on the chart. And what I think is absolutely important is that I am 100% sure that we can be way more overextended, perhaps heading towards 85 on the RSI, and therefore further continuation is actually quite likely to occur before seeing a major decline in price action and as well a decline on the RSI. And at that point in time, I would personally like to see Chainlink already being above the 36 range to be able to find support on top of it and create a moment of consolidation before heading further towards the upside. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, do not forget to give me a thumbs up, and as well, have a nice day.